Baby, listen to me. Why don't you come into the office? Come on, baby. Maybe I got a little something for you.
I got something for you. Now back off.
Whoa, Jessie, stay loose, kitten.
You know what this is, don't you?
Give me the piece, baby.
Back off, Rufus. Don't you go making this worse. This ain't what I wanted.
Baby, give me the piece.
You got what's yours, baby.
So Rufus was just shot dead, and we have to go find the girl who did it before she's able to flee Miami. Now, there's not much to this mission, we just have to follow her train all the way to its destination. But it does have some really good atmosphere. So I'm just going to be quiet and let you enjoy the rest silently.
Listen, lady, I gotta tell you got a real bad attitude. That ain't helping any.
I wanna see my lawyer.
You don't get it, do you? We don't want you. We just wanna know about the French guy. Or maybe you wanna tell us why you blew away your boss.
He wasn't my boss.
Whatever.
Listen, if I don't do what I'm told, I don't live too long. If I tell you what you want to know, I don't live too long either.
Life sucks, huh?
Ain't you just a wise guy?
You gonna cut a deal, or you gonna take communal showers for 20 years?
The French guy was pulling the strings.
Who's pulling his?
I don't know. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Well, we can come back to that. Suppose you don't know where he is either, huh? I said, I suppose you don't know where
I heard. The guy's in Frisco.
I heard you were in town. Got some work and no room for second raters. The casino. You wanna come along?
My fee.
10%.
20.
Man, guys gotta make a living. 15.
20. You know my price.
Okay, but we do it my way.
Welcome to San Francisco, which looks, sounds, and is a lot different from Miami. Our first job here is very similar to our first job in Miami. We need to make it to a casino, pick up some criminals, and take them back to their hideout without any tail. Now, something you'll notice immediately about San Francisco is that it has a lot of hills. A large portion of this map is spent on slopes like that, and it can be pretty difficult to get used to them, especially when you're trying to go fast. And slowing down isn't really the answer. It's not really an option most times. You just have to get better. Just get good. Sometimes on slopes the sidewalks can be a safe area, but you also want to watch out for these trees, because in spite of them being flat 2D textures, you will smash into them and break your car. This train is another important feature of San Francisco, but we're not going to be seeing it very much right now.
Get us out of here!
The train is basically just a big mobile wall. It can be tempting to drive in the center where the train is, and that can make you go a lot faster, as long as you're able to pull out of the way in time. A lot of very good runs can end very quickly because you didn't brake or pull out of the way in time and you smashed right into the back. Or the front, depending on which direction you're driving from. You can thankfully outrun the trains, so if you get in front of them, then that's no problem. I'm slowing down here for a cop because, as you have noticed, we have no time limit. And I like to turn driver into a stealth game when I can, simply because that's an option. Probably not an intentional option, but it's part of the gameplay and I intend to show it off. In spite of how vanilla this mission may seem, there is an interesting aspect to it, but we won't get the chance to show it off for a little bit still. So if you don't mind, since I'm driving slow anyway, I'm gonna speed up to when things get a bit more exciting. Okay, so maybe exciting wasn't the right word, considering we just now killed the only tail we have. But there is still something interesting, at least. There is no front entrance to the warehouse. We have to loop around to the other side and then skid across one of the buildings to reach the goal. And it's kind of weird. You wouldn't expect them to want you to drive through someplace like that. Usually where you're supposed to go is fairly obvious. A lot of the future driver games have shortcuts and unique, interesting areas for you to drive through, but this entire game is angles. They're not even any curved roads, so shortcuts aren't really a thing. You look at the map, you pick which roads look optimal, and you go that way most of the time. There are a few places where you can cut across some greenery, but that's about it. I'm not entirely sure why I turned around right there, but I'm sure past me had his reasons when he was recording this, even if I don't know what they were. I thought perhaps I was just being silly and there was a more obvious entrance somewhere, but no, this appears to be the only one. It's not that bad though, and it's nothing compared to what, you might see in Driver 3. Absolutely nothing compared to that.
Listen, I don't know how, Dink, but they ain't know. Maybe they looking for me. As soon as I take care of business, I'm gonna haul my beautiful ass out of here. You know what I say? Hey, be cool, man, okay? Listen, just buzz me if you get a line on this thing, okay, man?
You know Rudy?
Man, I don't know no Rudy. Oh, that Rudy. Sure, I know Rudy. He's my main man. Lay a little more of that green stuff on me, man, and I will sing you any song that you like.
You know the Gold Rush Hotel, Mojo?
Damn, man! Hey, the treads! Watch the treads, man!
You know it.
Yeah, I know.
French guy in the city. On the run. Miami. Tell me who he talks to, where he goes. For Rudy.
We gonna get out fine, man.